Welcome to the PSYC 101 podcast. I'm your host, Luke D. Maxwell, and today I am so excited to be speaking with a good friend of mine, Devin Tracy. Devin Tracy is a personal marketing expert, teaching confidence to everybody he encounters, including myself. We have shared so many ideas and thoughts. He's taught me a ton, and I'm really excited to be speaking with him. He is the author of the Personal Marketing Booklet, How to Be Magnetic and Well Received, available now on Amazon. And also, just to be clear, we're recording this at 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning. I don't know about you, but I think that shows to Devin scheduling this at this time. He's a hustler and he's going to go very far in life. So without further ado, let's bring on Devin Tracy. And we met, not too long ago, really. It was maybe 4 months ago, 3 months ago, after I was on a podcast with EO Fire, right?
Yeah, probably around June.
Right, June. Yeah. Devin reached out to me and I responded and said, hey, yeah, I'd love to talk to you. And we had a conversation. It was a great conversation. And then it turned into what we have now, us giving each other advice, just talking ideas out. And that's why I'm really excited to be here with you, Devin. Devin runs a company called Prometheus Pro, which is focused on personal branding, confidence, and personal development. In just a sentence or two, what does Prometheus Pro mean, and why did you choose the name?
Yeah, so Prometheus was a Greek titan who got in trouble for giving man fire. And to the Greek culture, fire represented opportunity and wisdom and knowledge. So I want to do that. I want to give people fire. I want to help them be better.
That's great. I actually didn't know that, and I thought I knew a lot about Greek mythology. So that's fantastic. So with Prometheus Pro, how did it start and when did it start?
Prometheus Pro is about a year and a half old, but has about 6 months of actual business put behind it. Before that, it was just a license. But it started probably 3 years before that.
Oh, okay, really?
If you don't mind, I'm going to share a little story with you.
Yeah, of course. We love stories.
Yeah, 3 years ago, I was 18 years old, and I was dating a college girl who asked me out. She asked me out because I did not have the confidence to ask her out. Instead, I just followed her around for like 6 months and waited for her to ask me out. And then when we were already dating, she kept dropping hints about the school dance she wanted to go to. But we were already dating, and I still didn't have the confidence to ask her out to the dance.
Wow.
So when it got close, she asked me to it, and it was something I was really looking forward to. But Luke, I have a long list of social anxieties, and I have panic attacks and large crowds and small space. I didn't have fun. I actually ended up staying on the wall the entire time. And I just kind of made up my mind that night that this isn't going to happen again. And the next time that I want to go to a dance with a girl, I'm going to ask her and I'm going to dance.
Nice.
So this started a 3-year journey of educating myself and learning and putting time in and developing my social skills and developing my confidence and dealing with my anxieties.
Where did you start? Because many people that's amazing. Like to take something like that event and just be like, I'm going to turn this around and then just do it and work on it. Where did you start with that? Because many people just don't know where to start and what to do.
The first thing that I remember doing was actually just going and taking books on social skills. And I read How to Win Friends and Influence People, things like that. I watched podcasts. I listened to podcasts. I watched webinars. I got digital courses. I got e-courses, and I taught myself that way. One thing that I would do is just force myself to smile at a stranger. That was a first step.
Yes.
And now my friends are constantly annoyed when they go places with me because I stop and I have conversations with everyone I see. So that's kind of the development process that I actually walk people through when I coach them.
Right. And I just love that transformation of being on the wall of a school dance. Because it's like a school dance. Yes, it's like lots of people, but there's nothing really at stake except maybe some dignity if you really embarrass yourself.
Right.
And then transforming that to just talking to random strangers that you come across. And that,
Luke, I can even take it one step further than that, because honestly, at this point in my life, I teach swing dance.
Yes, I forgot about that. And there's an amazing video. I've seen a video of you swing dancing, and I do some swing dancing, and that was way beyond me. And just that, I love that image of over here, right, at a school dance, and then over here teaching dancing. That's awesome. That's awesome, man. And I think that's just, it shows that you could actually overcome those types of things. Because many people, they'll get stuck in the fear of it and say, well, I have social anxiety, I have panic attacks, that's just who I am. You said, no, I'm not going to just sit here and then just say, okay, this is who I am. I'm going to change who I am. Because we as humans are very changeable. We can change our brain structure and our brain chemistry. We can definitely change habits. That is amazing. So, I mean, it seems to like sum up to me your story. One word would be confidence. What does confidence mean to you?
Yeah, confidence is absolutely a pivotal part of who I am, what I do, and what my business is. It's one of the main things that we do, but I like to talk about confidence by actually talking about the technical definition of confidence and branching off of that. Because confidence is a feeling of self-assurance that's arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities.
Right.
So the short sum up of that is confidence is looking in the mirror and liking what you see. So what I learned really early on that nobody teaches on, that nobody talks about, that I don't think most people know, is that there's actually 4 spheres of confidence in the world. And most people feel like they have good confidence because they resonate with one of them, and they usually lack in the other 3. And the 4 spheres are personal, private, professional, and public.
Okay.
Personal confidence is really how you feel when you look in the mirror. It's what you think about yourself. It's your self-esteem, your self-awareness. There's a lot of synonyms for it, but it's basically who you feel, what you feel about who you are. Private confidence is your comfortability talking with somebody one-on-one, like you and I are right now. Right. And this stranger or family or close friend, doesn't matter. It's how comfortable are you talking one-on-one. Professional confidence is, as it sounds, how you feel around coworkers, around your boss, getting things done. How confident are you actually making a deal? Things like that. Things that I do as a car salesman. Right. And then public confidence, Luke, you are a pro at this. How comfortable are you getting in front of a lot of people and just spilling your guts? Right. And if you really think about it, there's no social interaction doesn't fall under one of those. So usually what I find with my clients is that they are really confident in 2 areas and really lacking in 2 others.
Right. Okay.
So that's my quick little spiel on what confidence is, and that pivotal thing, because most people and most confidence coaches out there actually tend to teach personal and public confidence, and they leave out private and professional. And they don't know they're doing that. Right. But if you can't develop holistic confidence, then you actually aren't nearly as confident as you think you are. So when someone tells me that they're really confident, I always respond to them with questions. Like, okay, so how comfortable are you going and talking to her? Okay, so how comfortable are you getting up in front of everybody right now and telling them this story? Right. And most people are comfortable with one, but not the other. Right. Exactly. That's great. I love the whole well-rounded approach, because you encounter everything. You can't escape this. There's no excuses if you learn this. Which one do you find people are most lacking? I think it all starts with personal confidence. It's the one sphere that if it breaks away, then you do not have the other 3. Mm-hmm. If you can't look at yourself in the mirror and be confident in what you see, then you're not going to be able to portray that well one-on-one or to a superior or to an audience. So it's not one that I think most people are naturally lacking, but it's one that I think everybody needs to develop.
That's fair. Yeah, and I was definitely going to go with that too, because most people I think would say public confidence because it's so scary getting in front of on a stage or front of people. But
public speaking is the number 1 fear in America.
Right, but how many people don't like themselves when they look in the mirror? Right. Right. And I honestly figure that would be the one that we should focus on today, because I think that resonates best with your audience. Right? What do you have? What's the first thing if someone's lacking that personal confidence? What's the first thing you say to them?
Make a list. That's my number one piece of advice for every client I've ever had. This exercise should take 20 minutes the first time you do it, and it should take less than 3 minutes after you've been doing it for an amount of time. Mm-hmm. Take out a piece of paper, draw a line down it. On the left-hand side, write 10 things that you are grateful for in your life.
Okay.
On the right-hand side, write down 10 things you are proud of in your life.
Okay.
Should take like 20 minutes, about. When you're done, what you have in front of you is, on the left-hand side, 10 things that show you how good your life really is. And on the right-hand side, 10 things that show you what an amazing person you really are. So you have 20 affirmations in front of you as to why you matter. And I've seen this exercise being done one time literally transform people. I told my first client, it was just I teach through stories. I told my first client to write down a gratitude journal. And I made her write down 10 things she was grateful for every morning, 10 things she was grateful for every night. Keep that for a week, and over that week, never repeat one. So at the end of the week, she had 140 things that she was grateful for. And the cool thing about it, I didn't expect this, and I didn't even know it, but that exercise actually cured her depression.
Wow. Dude, that's amazing. Like, I'm thinking about myself, and I consider myself, very mentally aware, very, positive, very, just, good with life. I don't know if I could find 140 things that I'm grateful for right. I mean, I'm sure as I look back, I can start focusing on tiny things like, oh, I was able to cook this dinner more perfectly, and I could do that back throughout the years. But I think that's great because I think also when going into clinical depression is that your mind stops you from focusing on those great small things and takes it instead. It takes the bad things, the tiny bad things, and it blows them out of proportion. So if we can take the good things and then use that to counteract, do the same thing. Not too much, because we don't want to develop an ego over here. But I absolutely love that. Is there another step that you take after that?
Yeah. I talk a lot about big posture. And Luke, if you don't mind, I'd like to actually do a little exercise with you.
Yeah, of course.
It's the best way to explain it is to actually do it.
Okay.
So you're sitting down.
Okay.
What I want you to do for me, Luke, is take one of your legs and put your foot on the other knee. So make a triangle with your legs.
Okay.
And put your hands either behind your head or stretch them out on your couch. The idea is that your elbows far away from your body. Now repeat after me, Luke. I can't do it.
I can't do it.
I'm not good enough.
I'm not good enough.
Now let's try another posture. How did that feel?
I felt a dissonance between my body and my mind. I felt a cognitive dissonance. And it left my body. I was able to project because I knew I had to reach the mic.
Right.
But yeah, it was hard. And it kind of almost hurt a little bit too. That was weird. Okay.
So let's do another one, okay? Put your knees as close to each other as you can. Keep your feet square. And I want you to fold your hands and set them on your lap and shrug your shoulders forward.
Oh boy. Okay.
Now repeat after me. I'm a winner.
I'm a winner.
I can do anything.
I can do anything.
Now, Luke, do me a favor. Sound like you mean it.
I'm a winner.
So you don't sound like you mean it.
Well, and the thing is, as I said it, my chest started to unfold. I wasn't trying. I was just trying to say, I'm a winner, and I just naturally squared my back and then had my posture up.
Exactly. Yeah. So let's do one more. Go back to the first position.
Okay.
Now say, I'm a winner.
I'm a winner.
I can do anything.
I can do anything.
Okay, Luke. So out of those three positions, did one of them feel right?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did.
Right. So what you just experienced and what all my clients get to experience is cognitive dissonance.
Right.
And it's the realization that when your body doesn't agree with your mind, there's a breakdown. something doesn't feel right. You don't want it to happen. When you're in a small posture and you try to speak big, it doesn't feel right. When you're in a big posture and you try to speak small, it doesn't feel right. So the point of this is that most people can't control their mindset at first. But you can start by controlling your posture. If you teach yourself to have big posture, that cognitive dissonance doesn't happen without conscious effort. So you will naturally have more confidence.
That's amazing. And actually, this like ties right into I went live. I think you saw me live on Facebook.
I saw you.
I was talking about confidence, and I just had this idea, and I want to bounce this off of you. What your opinion on this? When I'm walking on, especially like on campus, I have the mindset. I was like, I need to get my body posture right. I need to get my body language right to really convey my personality. So I said, okay, I'm gonna act like I literally just own the place. Like I'm gonna act like everyone here works for me. I'm in charge, right? So of course, like I'm standing big, chest is out, walking around, long strides. But then I said, no, that's like because now I feel like a jerk. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a smile to that. So I'm walking around big, powerful, but I'm smiling. And that smile, spreads through the rest of your body. And then I went a step further. I said, okay, that's not enough. I'm going to add a pep to my step. And I'm just going to start bouncing a little bit. And then so you have, square chest, back straight, long strides. But you're smiling and you just have a tiny little bounce. So it portrays, for me, and this is what I get your ideas on, is to me that portrays strength, but also that you're just a great guy. What do you think that's accurate, or do you think that I'm completely wrong on this?
I think I'm just gonna run one of each of the thought process here.
Okay.
I think that something that would convey everything that you're trying to convey, probably a lot more simply, is the mindset of I am that person's personal mentor with everybody that you walk by. Because that is someone who is in charge, but that is also someone who's loving and compassionate.
That's why I love talking to you, Devin. You just took like 5 days, like a week worth of figuring this out, and you gave it to me in a single sentence.
There we go, man.
Oh, that's wonderful. I love it. I absolutely love it. Wow. That is absolutely great. Okay, so you clearly have a lot of knowledge in this. Like, you know what you're talking about. And you recently wrote a book, right? You want to tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so the book that I wrote is called The Personal Marketing Booklet, How to Be Magnetic and Well Received. You can buy it on Amazon. It's a 50-page book for $12.95. And in it, I talk about my 5 tiers of personal marketing, because that's honestly what I teach, Luke, is I teach personal marketing. And personal marketing is, business marketing is a business trying to get their brand out there and trying to get people to like the brand.
Right.
Personal marketing is trying to get your name out there and trying to make sure people know it's a good name. So where you and I have been hanging out all day today is actually my 3rd tier. It's confidence. And it's the most pivotal one. It's the one that I've developed the most. But the building blocks of it are actually, step 1 is creating an action plan. This is something I do with my clients. I'll walk them through making an action plan. Then I'll help them in tier 2 develop focus and productivity.
Okay.
And those 2 tiers are building blocks. To me, this is building the foundation so we can put a skyscraper on top. Because tier 3 is developing our confidence. Tier 4 is developing our communication skills. And tier 5 is developing likability. Once you have all these together, you can go out and reach out to anybody and have all the skills you need to make sure that you can make that connection and you can actually market. So that's what my book walks people through, is those 5 tiers.
That's great. And it's available on Amazon. There will be a link in the show notes over at youcan'tbeerased.com/blog or Psych Podcast 101/blog. We'll figure that out. But so, Devin, you're obviously, you have a lot going for you right now, a lot going on. But I would like to close with, what is the vision you have for the future of yourself?
For How long term a future, Luke?
When you dream, when you look at yourself and say, this is where I want to be, where is that place?
You know who Tony Robbins is?
Oh, yeah, I love Tony Robbins.
Yeah, I want my name to be synonymous
with Tony Robbins.
I want to be at that point. I want to be a public speaker that draws thousands upon thousands of people. I want to help as many people as he's helped, in as real of a way as he's helped them.
Are you looking to? That's a great vision. I mean, I definitely have visions similar to that. Would you really be looking to teach confidence and just master that and be the person in the world to be known for that? Or would you be thinking of branching out and, just having overall, like Tony Robbins, very just a general motivational message with just good content?
Well, the weird thing about Tony Robbins is that he's kind of known for the fact that he teaches everything. But that doesn't work almost ever. So he is a very rare gem in that case, right? Most people specialize so that they can stand out. And that's what I've done at this point. But down the road, I do want to branch out into more different areas. And I teach on confidence, but it's not the only thing I learned to get where I am. Right. So I'm excited to help people in other avenues as well.
Exactly. And see that right there, folks, that's called self-awareness. Knowing that it's Tony Robbins, he is a rare person. I doubt that there will ever be someone who has an eclectic as a message as him and has the same weight and draw and notoriety as him. So that's great self-awareness. You've given us tons of good tips, Devin. Where can people find you and learn more?
If you go to my website, prometheus-pro.com, I'm actually not SEO friendly, so you need to type that in how I just said it to find me. You can also find my Facebook page, which is @KillTheCrutch, and that's the only social media platform I'm on right now. You can email me personally at PrometheusPro2000@gmail. I'm happy to talk to anybody.
Yep, and Prometheus is spelled Promethus.
Promtheus. You added me in there.
I got it. Okay, pro2000@gmail.com. Yep.
Yes, sir.
Talk to Devin. Definitely ask him for advice with confidence, with stuff like that. I'm really an expert in public speaking and in mental health. Confidence is one thing that I'm really, you got me interested in, amongst many other things such as Bitcoins. You've got me interested in confidence.
We can talk about that too.
Yeah, that's another conversation for later about Bitcoins. But thank you so much for being on the Psych 101 podcast, Devin. We appreciate you. I hope that everything goes well for you, and we will continue to keep up the conversation. And we'll continue to help each other in any way possible. And this is why that you network, that you meet people, because you never know when you might make a friend. And actually just really quick, because it was really quick. It was within a week, we were talking and then we were emailing back and forth. We were sharing ideas. And I thought, this is a cool guy. I'm so glad I was on this podcast because I connected with him. So thank you, Devin. We hope everything will go well for you in the future. Thank you for listening to this. Thank you for, definitely. Thank you for listening to the Psych 101 podcast. There will be a show notes at youcan'tbeeraced.com/blog with all the links that Devin talked about. Make sure you check out his book on Amazon. Again, there will be a link in the show notes. And check out Prometheus-pro.com. Be unashamed, stay unashamed.